Okay, I know I'm horrible not to put out videos as often as I should, and I'm going to really try to start doing better. The problem is I just get out there having such a good time that, I love the outdoors. I love everything about it. I love the camping, the cooking, the fires, the fishing, the whatever. I love it all so much. Even the wood cutting, love it. So a lot of times it's just easier just to take a few pictures, upload onto Facebook or Instagram, and share your story that way. And I know a picture's worth 1,000 words, but the videos are cool too. So anyway, so when I got a question on my camp stove on Facebook, I just almost answered right there in the comments. But I thought, no, this is an opportunity. I'll make a video. So it was my sister-in-law, Pepper from California, that actually asked the question. So I've quit using canister stoves and I've gone back to just real basics. I want simplified. So I like a stove with no moving parts. And so I used the Tuna Can stove on this trip. And any of you guys that's been around YouTube for any time or been camping for any time, extensively, you've run across these. These are the Tuna Can. But for those that you haven't, well, then here's your introduction to it, which I think is a great little invention. All I had to do was open a can of tuna and eat it with cheese, mayonnaise, pickles, bread, salt and pepper, kettle chips, soda pop, and a Twinkie at the end. Other than that, that's all you got to do to make this stove, okay? So once the can's empty, you're just going to make you a mark. Then you're going to go 180 degrees, make another mark. Then you're going to go over here 90 degrees, make a mark, do a 180, another mark. And you just keep splitting that difference around and around till you get your holes spaced apart about like that. Now, there's all kinds of videos, demonstrations on how to do this. And then I just take a drill and I stagger my holes. Boom, boom, boom. Each one of these holes is a tick mark on the top of the can, but I stagger them like you see there. Okay? There we go. It's a good view of it right there. Just take me a drill. Boom, boom. Some people use pole punches, pole punches, hole punchers, and just drill. Just punch, but I drill. And I just found that a good sharp little drill, boom, 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 and you're done. Then really all you have to do is I use denatured alcohol, and I know there's other kinds of alcohol that people use. I haven't tried those. I've always just stayed with the denatured, so I'm not going to comment on anything else to use besides this. If you're interested in those fuels, just Google it. Put it in the search bar of YouTube, and I'm sure somebody's got a video that'll show you all the different fuels that you can use for this. I like denatured alcohol. You're basically just going to fill it up to about right there. Just below that bottom hole right there. Now with these, clear out a spot, just like if you're going to build a fire. Get you a safe area, because if there's any spillage here, that fuel's still going to burn. So make sure you've got bare ground and you got plenty of room away from other flammable materials. Then all you're going to do is light it with a match, lighter. I use a fire still. And then during the daytime, you're probably not going to be able to see the flame. So what you're going to want to do is just put your hand over it and feel for heat. If you feel heat, it's lit. And then what I do is I take an aluminum or a stainless steel tent stake. Let's pretend like this is a tent stake. I don't have one in here with me. And I'm going to bend it into a V. And then you're going to lay that V across the can like so. And then your pot will sit on top of those tent stakes. That gives you a little bit of separation. Because if you have that pot right against that stove, if there's very much wind, it'll blow the stove out. But if you put just a little bit of airflow in between, that thing will just burn hot. Now, I do like to use a windscreen with this. So I put the stove on top, lay down the two tent stakes, put my stove on top, or my pot on top, put a windscreen around it, a nice tall one, and that way all that heat, it really increases your boil time. A lot. It really probably at least makes it a third faster, and you use less fuel that way. I think I timed this. I got like 8 minutes burn time, which is more than enough to bring this kettle to a boil. And so that's it. It's as simple as that. That's it. That and a tent stake. You can use other things. I wouldn't use aluminum, but you could, just anything kind of stainless steel, hard steel that you can lay across there. You could even, at one time I even cut out a little piece of grate I can't remember what it was off of, but it was think what to, but a little grate that I just laid over it and used that. But then you got to find some place to store that. And so that's just your preference, just something that'll give you some separation in between the can and the actual cook pot. Now, I do want to put a warning out there. Denatured alcohol looks just like water. Now, I don't use the canister the can that this comes in because it doesn't pour smooth. So I always get spillage. So I like to put it into a plastic container, which this is a juice can or something. Or I can't remember what came in it, but I label it denatured alcohol, denatured alcohol. I actually need to put some skull and crossbones or something on it. But label it so people know that this is not something they can just pick up and drink. Keep it away from kids. Keep it put up. You know, just be safe and label it because, like I said, it is the color of water. And if it's in this container with no markings on it, somebody might just think it's a bottle of water. So mark up label these so people know. That's about all I can think on it. It's a cool little stove. Hadn't made a video in a while, so I thought this was worthwhile of a video to make. These are wonderful. Like I said, if you smash it or lose it or whatever, go buy you a can of tuna, chug it down, feed it to a dog, whatever. Punch your holes in it, you're off and running again. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Chad, I made a video. So I'll try to be more consistent. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm Morris McCann with Morris McCann Backwoods. If you don't know me, if you do, good to see you again. You guys be blessed, and I'll try to document the next one when I'm out in the woods, which will be probably this next weekend. So anyway, with that said, God bless. Check me out at Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Okay? Thanks. Bye.